Hey guys, welcome back. It's Four Towers Films, and
Doug, 218.
it is Masterchef 10, Season 10, Episode number 9. And because last week, or yesterday actually, they did the challenge, which was the team challenge, and the blue team lost. So they have to go to the elimination challenge.
And what an elimination challenge it was.
It's very different. It was different how they did this elimination challenge. They don't normally do this kind of challenge for elimination. It's usually for to go to an elimination challenge, like a pressure test kind of challenge. So it was actually a tag team challenge. So and what Nick's advantage was, because he was the captain of the red team and they won, that he got to pick which two would pair up as teams. So
the shade. Oh.
So basically how he did it was he did Sarah and Noah. They were the two strongest. He figured they're the alpha male and alpha female, and so they may not communicate well together.
Suba and Dorian.
Because they're both kind of quiet, so would they actually communicate with each other? Then you had Liz
and Nick.
And Nick.
And Sam and Sherry.
Michael, I think. Liz and Michael.
Oh.
It was Liz
and
Michael.
Liz and Michael.
And Sam and Sherry were together. So, and what their challenge was, if they had to make 6 dishes from countries from around the world that air MasterChef. Of course, they skipped Canada because, because it airs here too.
So we had like
we figure because our cuisine might be too similar.
Oh, heaven forbid. So
then they had one dish that they had to make on their own. So the countries that they had to cook were
the Philippine Islands, India, Italy, Mexico, Morocco, and China.
So they all went on the way and had like 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
7 dishes in. It's not a lot of time. So they started out, and Sarah and Noah decided that Noah would do the prep because he's really good at prep and he's really fast with his knife skills and all that kind of stuff. And she's better plater. So that was actually smart for them to think like that.
And Noah's like a human Vegematic, and so it was well done.
You would think he actually is a chef. I mean, he cuts like Gordon does. It's really fast. So, and what was interesting, they had pretty good communication. They had some problems, but they actually had really good communication between them. Better than I think Nick was expecting them to have. They had issues, but it's a difficult challenge. But they actually communicate. I think out of most of the teams, the best.
Yes.
Dorian and Suba.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! It was like almost like a complete meltdown.
He has one speed.
Slow.
And she's like, you have to move. You've got to go. Let's go.
And she's trying to explain what she wants him to do, and he's not listening.
Because he's like those old horses that have the blinders on. He's right ahead of him.
Well, because he thinks like Nick in the one challenge did. He doesn't listen to what. He thinks he knows how to do it properly, kind of thing. So he won't listen, and she's telling him to do different things, and he's not zoned her out. He's not listening to her at all, kind of thing.
It's like he's their own worst enemy. It's you almost would think he's deliberately trying to get them tossed.
Well, because after a while she's getting so frustrated, and she's like, Suba, and even those up in the gallery are yelling down, try to get his attention to get him to listen to Dorian, and he's just like, I know how to cook, and and he's just not listening. So you would think and it was really gonna fall apart on them, and she basically just had this meltdown. She started to cry. And got really upset. So Gordon actually had to go over twice and talk to her to calm her down.
You need to focus. You can do this. You've been through far worse. Like, do what you have to do.
Right.
Knuckle up and do it. And she's like, I ain't going home. No.
Not on a tag team.
Not on a tag team. And, she's kind of muttering under her breath,
Well, I think this is what's hard. Is because it's not completely your own fault if you
No.
go home. Like, what if you're the strong one and your partner is the weak and you're having to kind of carry them and say it all falls apart?
You're both
both going home and you did everything you could.
Yeah.
Is that really fair kind of thing?
And I think that was part of her exasperation. It's like, we have to work together, and if you suck,
I go home.
I'm going home because you couldn't cut it.
Because of you. Yeah, exactly. I think that would be difficult to deal with.
Liz and Mike, other teams fared a little better. Liz and Michael. Liz said, you know what? I'll take direction. Tell me what you want. But, okay, direction is one thing. Micromanage, pardon my language, the hell out of somebody and, like, bark in like a
Michael seems to do.
Oh, my God. If I was Liz, I'm sorry, I would have dropped the knife and walked over to the end of the counter and slapped him. Because he's like, hurry up, do this. No, do this.
And I didn't see that she was all that slow. Not like Suba. I mean, Suba was really taking his time, like it was like a picnic or something. I didn't notice Liz doing that too much. So, and she actually kept her cool. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't get more upset with him because he's like, no, do this, now do this, no, what do you want? Let me finish what I'm doing first, kind of thing, you know.
And like Sarah and Noah, I
and then they were losing time too.
Oh,
I'm actually surprised to get everything done.
Everyone's time management.
Well, considering Sarah and
Noah did
Sam, not Sarah, sorry, Sherry and Sam. Actually got so far behind they didn't even finish the 7th dish, so like their own dish that they had to do because they were so far behind.
And in other seasons that would have been a technical fail.
Oh yeah, exactly. And we were thinking
that would have been okay. Both of you are gone. You didn't complete the challenge.
They didn't complete it. They didn't actually do their last dish. Which would normally other seasons that would have sent them home, no matter how bad any of the other teams did. They didn't even actually complete it.
No.
But spoiler alert, they're not the ones who went home because there was a team worse than them, and it may not be the one you think it is.
Oh, don't
just wait.
The only team that really had any sort of teamwork and kind of planning was Sarah and Noah.
Yeah.
They pre-planned everything right down to the last dish. And Sarah's the type, as she said, she's the type of person that likes to work in parameters. I know what I need to do from point A,
And she actually liked working with Noah because Noah also is like that.
Yeah.
And she goes, she doesn't mind him giving her feedback and stuff and her giving it to him too. And he also said he actually likes that kind of thing because even though they're both kind of alpha personalities and they both like they're both really good at this and they're both very good at what they're doing, they're also pretty good at actually listening and communicating each other. So in that case, Nick kind of failed. That they actually did very well. Even there were some technical issues with their dishes. As
with everyone.
They all had. I mean, it's a very short period of time to do 7 dishes.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but on the whole, they actually were probably the best. They out of all of them was Sarah and Noah.
They asked for they liked all their dishes, Sarah and Noah's, but they said on the 7th one, perhaps a sauce, you know, because it was a little dry.
I think they said they might have run out of time to make the sauce or something like that.
They completed everything. Everything tasted well. Mm-hmm. You know, like Liz and Michael. Oh my God!
The whole thing. There was a problem. Like their meat was undercooked.
The dough was rough.
The dough was raw.
Raw fish.
I mean, they had a lot of issues.
And Gordon said, "Look at this. This kills."
And so this is the problem with Michael not letting Liz finish when she was in control what she was doing. Because when do this now, do this now. And when you're not finishing one particular thing, then you get raw fish, or then you get raw dough, and with the samosas, and I mean, like that's when it went wrong. And so actually, when Suba and Dorian went up, you think they'd have horrible dishes. They actually enjoyed most of their dishes. There were some things, but they said they actually did very well.
Well, like they said, both of them were a hot mess. Really,
but they put out really good dishes.
Somehow, in all that chaos, they managed it.
They managed to do well. It actually came down to Sarah and not
Sam and Sherry,
and
Liz and
Michael,
and Liv and Michael, not Liz. Is it?
I think it's Liz.
Well, Mike. Okay, it came down to those 4, and Sam and Sherry had their issues too because there wasn't any real dominant person to kind of.
And plus, they didn't have
their 7th dish.
So we actually thought they might go home simply because of that. They didn't complete the challenge, but it actually ended up being Liz and Michael who went home because they just almost every dish had a technical problem to it. Like you had raw meat or raw fish, you had raw dough. A lot of the stuff they just didn't like.
Well,
with it at all.
And
so
like Joe,
most of the dishes they tried, they didn't like.
Well, and Joe, an Italian man, you serve him nasty meatballs. Like he said, there's no egg in it to bind it to hold it together. No, so it was just tough.
Yeah.
And Michael had a lot of promise. Like he had a lot of skill.
And he was the team captain.
But his time management was his Achilles.
Yeah, it was over managing.
So
too, I think it brought Liz down.
Yeah,
as well
because he pulled her in so many different directions. So we lost 2.
Yeah, we lost Liz and we lost Michael. And then next week it's another wedding, and it's last season's winner. I forget his name.
Hold on, let's see if I have
Anthony, but I think I'm not sure. That it's for his wedding. They're catering it.
I'm sorry, I don't have I couldn't catch the name.
I actually don't remember them saying it.
All they said was last season's
winner. Oh gosh,
he's a big boy.
Here we go. So it's hard to remember sometimes.
So
we'll let you know next week.
So be prepared to see Aaron and Chef Whites and Gordon and Chef Whites, because both are going to be running the pass for this.
Right.
So
it's going to be interesting.
Buckle up, kids, because there's going to be chaos.
It's always funny and chaos when they cater a wedding or birthday party or something.
And you've got these top tier chefs working the pass.
It's going to be interesting.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Can't wait till next week.
Bring it on.
Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we upload. Every time Masterchef is on, it seems to be twice a week so far.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a great one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.